and then slides the window down.
Buckle up and hold tight. This is Unforeseen.
Not a sponsor. Hey everybody, what's the crack? You're listening to Unforeseen, the podcast that is truly unforeseen. I'm your host Ross Browne, and I'm joined, of course, at all times by my producer and at this stage my co-host, to be honest with you, Lorraine Murphy. What's the crack? What's the story, girl?
How are you?
Well, I'm not too bad. We didn't do we were slightly ahead on recordings because we're so on top of everything.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do last week because I was in Galway for the Galway Comedy Festival.
Yes.
And
how was that?
It was good. It was good to be doing gigs in front of real people in a theatre with some great comedians as well. Some great UK acts. Terry Alderton, absolute gent. Nina Conti, legend. So it was good.
Is it strange being back on stage again?
No, I thought it would be. My first gig back was in Photo House and Gardens, which was still outside, but it felt like it was a proper gig because it was a big, massive stage and it was done properly. And that day I was very unsettled. I was very kind of uneasy. I was like, I just don't know. It's like, I was out of sorts. And then as soon as I got up on stage, I was like, this is just like muscle memory.
Home again,
Yeah.
isn't it? So, like, you know, when you're getting a show together, do you practice in front of the mirror? Like,
No.
What do you do? Like, I mean, you have to do some kind of a rehearsal. Like, how do you?
No, you just do gigs. You just do shows. You work your stuff out on stage when you're doing gigs. So I do workout rooms. So I'll go and I'll just book a 10-minute slot, 15-minute slot, 5-minute slot, whatever I want in a small club, and then just rock up, do the 10, that's all new stuff, go home, figure out what worked, what didn't work, come back the next time, do something else or do the same thing, work it out, then do longer sets with like 3 or 4 bits strung together, then do more longer sets, and then just work it all out and build your hour, essentially.
So you're not at home to your kids going, let me tell you about the drive-in.
Anyone here from out of town? Of course you fucking not. I made all of you. All 72 of you fuckers.
That's mad. I would have always thought that there's some element of rehearsal at home.
No.
Are all comedians like
I don't
that?
even write my material.
What do you mean you don't even write it?
I think of an idea, I write down the title of that idea that I had, and like maybe like just the punchline or what I think the funny out is, or whatever the comedic twist is to it, or the statement. The statement will probably be, you know, people value their devices more than they value their virtual security more than their real world security now. That'll be the thing. Okay. And then I'll have a thing. I saw a woman, one of my newer bits is that I saw a woman in LA looking at her phone after she'd obviously just gotten some work done, and her face recognition wouldn't recognise her, and she was numb, and she was standing on the sidewalk going, so I'll just write down woman shouting at phone.
And you know,
and then I'll just go and do it, and I'll work it out. I'll figure out what the actual verbiage of it on stage, so that it feels raw and it feels loose and it feels like it's authentic. And then I'll remember and I'll pick the bits that worked and lose the bits and change the bits that didn't. So I never write it out.
And do you go around them with like all your little topics written on your hand and stuff?
No.
Really?
No.
What do you do if you forget something?
Improvise, jump to something else, figure it out. Like it's. I think it's better, and as little of a security blanket as I can have. That's how I work better. There has to be a level of panic. This is why this podcast is my favourite thing to do, is because I don't have a clue. So I'm going, this is exactly how I work on stage. It's no safety net.
I'm sweating at even the thought of that. Oh
Yeah.
my God, I can't think of anything worse.
Oh, I can think of something worse.
What?
I can think of something worse. Walking into a shop today and seeing the front page story on the Sun newspaper, and it was Ed Sheeran, and there was a picture of him, and then it said, I ballooned up to 15 stone with drinking Coke and drinking beer and eating chicken wings. And then I sorted my life out. What a pathetic fucker I was. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my target weight, you cunt. I ballooned up to 15 stone. If that was Wee Man from Jackass that said that, I'd be like, okay, well, things shit got out of control. And he said I ballooned up to 15 stone. I was like, what a skinny fucker.
He's down to like 10 and a half stone now.
Fuck off.
He is. There's not a pick in him now.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Let me tell you about one of my favourite places in the world. I've played all over the place, and one of my favourite venues is Sea Church in Ballycotton. Sea Church is East Cork's newest restaurant and live music venue. It's a modern, beautiful building integrated perfectly with one of the most iconic live venues in all of Ireland in the beautiful church itself, playing host to some of the best music artists. My throat is doing the little gurgle thing that we were talking about on another episode. It's also really good for Christmas parties. This just lengthens their read or their ad, doesn't it?
They get more bang for their buck, really, don't they?
And it's such a multifaceted venue that any kind of reception is totally suitable for it. Live entertainment, DJs, all that kind of jazz as well. They've got some fantastic musicians playing down there. Fabulous seafood, burgers, wings, pizzas galore. Washed down with Ireland's greatest musicians, comedians, and playwrights. Find them on social media at Sea Church Ballycotton, and for more information and for bookings, visit seachurch.ie. That's seachurch.ie. See, this is what happens when we don't see each other for 2 weeks.
I know, there's a lot
I have
to catch
so
up.
much to say. My daughter had a communion.
Okay.
And she's not at all religious. Like she already is like, it's horseshit.
She's in it for the dress and the money.
She's in it for the money. Like, and people will say to me, "Well, you don't believe, and it's a bit hypocritical for you to send your daughter up to be communioned or confirmed or whatever." We had a communion and a confirmation.
Yeah, what is the word?
We had a communion and a confirmation 2 days
Oh,
back
right.
to back.
Oh, wow.
I'm like the Jordan Belfort of Catholicism. I'm just like, get the fucking money. And it was the confirmation on the second day. My daughter was confirmed, and then at the end of the mass, they started to sing Hallelujah.
Okay.
And everyone
Which version of Hallelujah now?
the classic one. Hallelujah.
Oh, right, okay.
That
Some
one.
churches go all Leonard Cohen, you know.
No,
and
not
it's-
Leonard Cohen. No. So they did, and I had the mask on. Everyone had the mask on, so you can't see anyone's mouths or whatever, but you can just hear everyone singing, and the choir was singing or whatever. And I started singing, but I went full Mr. Bean.
Oh no!
And my whole family lost their fucking mind as soon as they went to this one. Hallelujah! And my whole family, the shoulders are going.
Oh, I love that
People
laugh.
were very angry.
Really?
Oh, there was people
Really?
in front of us turning around pointing, but I was completely. They were pointing at them because they thought they were disrespecting the mass and whatever, but they didn't understand that I was the one that was
was
making
you
them
that
laugh. And because I was just completely stoned faced going, hallelujah. Because look, watch this. Hallelujah.
No idea.
No idea.
No idea.
Yeah. So
That's
that's it. That's
amazing.
all I got. That's all I got. It was 2 weeks worth of my life.
I love that so much. Will we get into this week's podcast?
Yeah, absolutely.
We got to say thank you to everybody that's been getting in touch over the last couple of weeks. Absolute legends.
Yeah.
Everybody that's left comments and sent us emails. And I'm loving this because people are sending us suggestions of videos that they think you might get a kick out of
Okay.
for us. So Dara Quinlan in Limerick. Hello, Dara. He
Morning.
said, morning. Morning.
I'm assuming Dara Quinlan's an early riser. He wouldn't be the one to listen to a podcast in the evening. Morning, Darren.
Quinlan.
Darren?
Dara.
Dara.
Yeah.
Morning, Darren.
He said, heard you talking about soccer a few weeks ago, and how all sports look strange when they first started. So how about this one for Ross?
Okay.
So you might have seen this one actually. This is only a couple of weeks old. A World Cup took place in Spain a few weeks ago. Peru versus Germany. I want you to have a quick look at the first couple of seconds of this video and try and guess if you can figure out what the sport is in the World Cup.
Oh, all right.
So just give it a couple of seconds.
No le llame Francesco, Alfredo.
Oh, I thought it was like extreme ping pong because they had helmets on. It looks like they're at a table.
El gatito. Meow. El gat-
Okay, so what are we seeing?
Oh, there's a lot of information here. I can see a big packet of soft mints.
It's a huge packet, yeah.
Yeah, I can see a stool, a couple of stools and a table. I can see a car and a couch and a lamp. And 2 guys. And I can see a fucking Atari fucking like games fucking
Like an arcade
one.
game, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
So it's a World
It's
Cup.
the clothes that they're wearing though. The clothes that they're wearing, it's like normal runners with a helmet. Why are they wearing a helmet? Do they have to smash the car with their heads?
Oh my God, that'd be amazing.
It's not like your man from Street Fighter, is it? No? It's not?
No.
Okay.
Slightly less aggressive. Actually, very less aggressive.
Is there a ball involved?
Of sorts.
They have to smash the car with their balls? Can I play? I don't have
Go
a,
on,
I don't
play
have a clue.
on, play on.
Top peruano. 5 minutos de final. Otros 600.000.
Balloon World Cup. No! Oh my God. This is my favourite game to play.
I love it.
I was playing it yesterday. We have loads of communion balloons still around the house, and we are having the fucking crack. The dog and everything is bouncing up and hitting them with their nose. Is this a real sport?
This is a real sport.
Fuck off.
So
So they
this-
make it look like a living room.
Yeah,
with a
well,
car.
they kind of throw everything in. It's basically obstacles. So they set up essentially what is a glass cage, and they throw in all these different obstacles. So, like you say, there's a car there. There's different like sofas and just different obstacles. So the idea is
Balloon can't touch the ground.
The balloon can't touch the ground.
One touch each.
Yeah, if-
At a go, like one.
And you can't get in the other person's way. So if it's
Yeah.
your turn, I can't get in your way. This all came out of COVID. It was a family in Oregon who started playing this, like exactly what you were doing.
I did see something on TikTok where I saw a family jumping around their front room. Two brothers.
This is where
Is that
this
it?
is where it came from, right?
No
so
way.
As a celebrity streamer, YouTuber in Spain picked up on it, and Gerard Piqué, the footballer, Barcelona footballer,
Okay.
Shakira's husband, picked up on it. He said, "Look, we'll get this off the ground."
Fuck off and keep it off the ground.
And keep it off the ground. If we get over, I think it was like 50,000 retweets or something. He got well over the 50,000 retweets. So the Balloon World Cup is now a thing.
This could be the best game. I'm all in on this.
So fun.
If they release jerseys, I'll buy the fucking things. Is there more to this?
There's a little bit more. It's a short clip.
Over the car!
¡Ha llegado!
Oh,
¡Que no se acabe, que no se
this is amazing. This is amazing.
Está aturdido. Está aturdido, Francesco.
Oh Jesus, he's not going to get to that, is he? Oh, I love it.
Isn't
I
it amazing?
fucking love it.
It's the best.
I've never considered myself a sports fan traditionally.
Yeah.
I like watching a bit of American football and stuff, and I'd like watching some things, but I'd never be a fan. I could see myself
Winning this.
also playing it. This makes sport accessible to the lazy and fat. Doesn't it? It does. Like, you could see a quite rotund guy having a good fucking go at that. Like.
Absolutely.
Do you know?
Absolutely. And you get a trip to Spain as well to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was
I'm all for that.
34 countries from around the world that took part in it.
Wow.
Peru won, by the way.
Fucking typical Peruvians, mad for balloons.
It's the commentators that I absolutely love. There's
so-
5 commentators on the go here for a Balloon
Wow.
World Cup. They've got VAR, the video assistant referee, so they will
to
take.
see it, if it slows down and touches off
They
the
will
ground.
do the slow motion replays to see if it has touched the
where
ground.
can I watch this?
Online?
Is this online,
It
is
was
it?
huge on Twitch. It was
Okay.
really big on Twitch a couple of weeks ago. This is literally only a few weeks ago.
I am loving this.
Yeah.
Now my mind is going, what other things that we don't think are sports could be sports?
You see, that's it.
Do you know?
This kind of, I feel like this would fit in nicely into Squid Game, by the way.
It would.
The balloon touches the
Yeah,
ground, you
the
die.
balloon is exploding.
Yeah, you die. You know.
I like this.
But yeah,
I
what
really
else?
like this.
What else could we put in? You know, like the Winter
Ooh.
Olympics. Like, there's all these mad sports that you get really invested in that you
Yeah.
never thought was a thing. So I think this definitely, could be the start of something.
Extreme knock and run.
How does that work? So
So like you have to there's okay, so you both have to knock on a door at the same time.
yeah,
You run away from the door, right? And it's the person who gets the furthest away from the door and is able to be non-visible by the time the person opens the door to look out. But
okay,
But
yeah,
the
yeah,
closer you are to the door, the bigger the things you can hide behind. The further away from the door. The further away from the door, the smaller the things you can hide behind.
Okay.
So it's easier to hide closer to the door. So are you going to take the risk of hiding closer and hoping that the person that runs further away is visible by a shoulder or something?
That's brilliant.
Hold on a second.
That's really good.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one.
That's really good.
Yeah.
What else can we add in? What other games did you play? As
Tip the can.
Tip the can. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love Tip the can.
Yeah.
Red Rover.
Red Rover.
Remember where you'd hold hands?
Mm-hmm.
There was 2 teams, and there could be like 5, 6, could be any number of people
Yeah.
on each team, and you'd
May I-
send someone over, and you had to run as fast as you could and break the chain
It's
of
a
the
British
other.
Bulldog.
Yeah, same
Oh, yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red Rover. Who
Yeah.
do you call over? Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be one.
Crocodile may across the water.
What the hell is
Only
that?
if you're wearing a blue. And then all the people that are wearing blue can walk across freely, and whoever's not wearing blue has to try and leg it across and not be caught. Did you ever hear that?
No, never heard.
Crocodile may across the water. Only if you don't have glasses. And then everyone who doesn't have glasses can walk across, and then somebody with glasses then has to try and get across by being chased. Oh, yeah,
What's
crocodile.
what's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Yeah, that's very Squid Game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the knock and run.
I think you're onto
By the
something
way,
with that one.
I called it run and knock for years, which is complete. It's just run up to a door, just knock, and then they're like, hello, and I'm like, hello. I win.
That's just called visiting.
Yeah, knock and run. I learned that after a while. What do some people call? What do they call knock and run in other places? They call it tic tac.
Knick-knacks.
Knick-knacks.
Knick-knack.
Yeah.
There's loads of names for it. I would have called it knock and run.
Yeah.
Knock and
Okay.
run.
Tell us. Okay. Send us in a comment or send us in an email. What do you call knock and run? Hang on a second. What games do you play where you live that we probably never fucking heard of?
Yes.
Because I assume different countries and different places. Because I know that there's Americans, Canadians, Belgians, South Korea, people in South Korea, people in Canada. Where else did we have? People in the UK that are all listening.
Yeah.
So far. So where are you from, and what's a childhood game that might be unique to your place?
I spoke to a man once who said that in school he used to play a game called Kiss or Torture. So it was kind of like...
You've never heard of Kiss or Torture?
No, I never heard of it.
You never heard of Kiss or Torture?
Never heard of it. So
What?
it's kind of like a game of catch or tag.
And then when you catch them, they get to choose Kiss or Torture. And the torture could be like a Chinese burn or something like that.
I had never heard of this
Can you say
before.
Chinese burn anymore?
I wouldn't think so. What?
You can say Chinese
you?
burn. Yeah. You're not saying there's anything wrong with being burned in China than anywhere else. Asian burn?
An Asian burn?
No.
No. Why does it have to be Chinese? Like,
I don't know. It's just what it's
a burn.
called. But it's
what
like,
kind of burn is different?
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. We're getting off on a tangent.
So
here.
anyway, you could choose a nondescript burn. See how I cover that? Sure, aren't all burns the same, huh?
They're all gonna hurt. They're all gonna hurt.
And or you could kiss.
I never.
Do you want to hear? Do you want to hear an even madder game?
Go on.
IRA. Do you ever hear?
Stop.
You never heard of IRA?
I feel like this is going to go down the wrong road.
What? You
Go
steal
on.
a horse and a bank truck full of sterling.
Go on. What is it?
IRA. There's 3 people on each team.
Yeah.
Or if there's 5, then there's 5, whatever. And you're given a word. And then each of you has a letter belonging to that word.
Okay.
So if me and you were on a team,
Yeah.
and the word was desk, I'd have D, you'd have E, somebody else would have S, and somebody else would have K.
Yeah.
And then you run away, you're being chased.
Yeah.
And then the chasers have to catch you, but also get your letter out of you. They have to
How?
any way they want.
What?
Flicking each other in the eyeballs and slapping each other and punching each other. Yeah.
What?
And the only way you can make them stop whatever they're doing is by giving them the letter.
This is the least PC game. Why is it called IRA, by the way?
I don't know. I think it was just people trying to be cool. They were like, let's play IRA.
Because it started off kind of sounding a little bit educational, letters and putting them in order and stuff, and then it just took a turn to the brutality,
it's complete. It's complete torturous kind of in what's called interrogation.
We don't recommend playing that game. We don't.
It's great crack.
Right, let's move on. I have another video for you now.
Yeah.
Things are getting back to normal. People are going on planes, going on holidays, a lot more, which means there's more opportunities for something like this to happen. I want you to have a look at this and tell me who is right in this situation.
Can you just keep it shut, please? Can you just keep it shut, please?
Hang on a second. Is the person filming talking?
Yes.
And the person, is this the person behind them? Is this the rope? Is somebody? So it's the person behind her is opening her window, and she's saying close the window.
Person in front of her.
In front of her.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she wants the window closed because the light's in her eyes. She wants to sleep, is it?
Yes.
Okay. And the person.
Trying to sleep.
I want it down.
Just keep it shut.
I want it up. I'd like to
God.
see where I'm going.
I want to see where I'm going. That's a fucking great reason. I want to see where I'm going, as if he's driving the fucking plane.
So we need to
Flying it.
explain this. So there's a woman sitting on a plane,
Yeah.
and she's at the window seat. But
Yeah.
the way it is that she's kind of sharing the window with the person that's in front of her.
Yeah, it's that staggering of window versus chair, where the chair the window kind of creeps into her aisle as well, a little bit.
So they're kind of fighting over the same window. So the guy
Now,
in front of
the
her.
window is way more in that person in front it's their window.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah.
Do you think so?
Straight away I thought it was actually behind her. Straight away I think it's definitely that other person's window.
Okay.
Now, first of all, she's a fucking rat anyway because she's pressing the sky waitress bell. And by the way, I can say that because my wife was a air hostess, and she'll even say I was just a high altitude waitress. No, shit, if shit went down, I'm much more than that. Then I'm fucking MacGyver getting everyone to safety. But she says, if nothing goes wrong, I'm just bringing you fucking pretzels. Do you know what I mean?
I called the attendant.
What a fucking Karen. Immediately.
Exactly, yeah.
Immediately.
You're being ridiculous.
Good.
The window is 100% on his side.
But do you not think, look, they're sharing the window?
They're not sharing the window.
No, they're sharing the window still because, you know, the light from that window is still coming in to hit her. So he needs to be conscious of that too.
But you know what? She has these things called eyelids.
That's not enough. If it's bright enough.
I can't see anything now. As far as I'm concerned, I'm in a dark room.
But when it's that bright, it still has an effect.
Are you on her side?
I don't know, you see. I'm trying to figure it out because I
Fuck
get
off.
it. I get both their sides, but I just don't know. So you're definitely on his side.
That's like her saying, can you turn off the engine because the noise is getting into my ears? Like, you just have to make do with whatever the situation around you is.
Do you not think his excuse is absolutely ridiculous?
Of course
I want
it
to see where I'm
But
going.
it's his window.
Dude, just have a bit of decency. Somebody wants the window.
Hang on,
shaved down.
let's see how this plays
Don't
out.
own this plane. My God, don't touch me. That's assault. That's assault.
What's he doing? Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing.
You see, you can't defend him now because he got really ratty there, and he got a bit
What
petty.
was he attempting? What was he attempting to do? Was he like, oh, here comes a spider. Here comes a spider.
So, for anyone that's listening to this, the guy in front is just after reaching his hand back really awkwardly.
And kind of walking it along the wall of the plane towards her like he was trying to grab her, which you couldn't have.
And what was he going to do if he did?
I don't know, just kind of go, no. I don't know. And then what she does is she very cheekily reaches through the gap between the chair and the wall or the window and then slides the window down. There's two things going on right now that are really annoying me, right? One, right, every time I put my hands down, my zips are making noises, right? I've got wrist zips on today, right? Two, what's wrong with you?
There was such a look of panic in your face there.
Because I can't not burp if I have to burp. So if I have to burp, I just have to burp. I couldn't burp until I was 26. So
Here we go. Here we go. Just when I thought we were done. What do you mean you couldn't burp until you were 26?
burp.
What happened?
I just far away more. I never burped until I was 26.
What about as a child? You must have burped.
To my conscious knowledge, I didn't do my first burp
Even though you say it, do my first
until
burp.
I was 26.
And what happened when you were 26?
Up until then, right? Like for like 5-6 years, especially previous to that, if I had potatoes or a can of Coke or something like that would be, or pasta, whatever, I'd be doubled over in pain. Like doubled over in pain.
Oh.
Stomach rock solid, like pent up gas. And I used to have to roll around on like a baseball bat and stuff.
It's casual, you know.
I tried loads of other things, but baseball bat then was the better one because I could actually lie flat on the ground and just roll up and down on the carpet to try and push the gas down to try and like push it into my ass. What's that fart? All I could do. I was desperate. I used to try like all different yoga poses and stuff. I used to get my kids to stand on my stomach and stuff. So that like, well, actually it was only Emily was around then. Stand on my stomach to try and move the gas around, and then I would just lie there until I farted loads, and then it would go away. I farted all the time. When I say all the time, I mean all the time. Like all through my life.
Just a walking fart.
All through my life, I farted all the time, and it was rancid. I've no sense of smell, but it was rancid.
That's another podcast story.
We
now,
once drove down to Glengariff with my parents, my sister, and her friend had to get out of the car twice to get sick on the way down.
Get sick, not even just get fresh air. Get sick.
She had her head out the window the entire journey.
You must have been putrid.
Putrid. So what happened then was we went on holidays when I was 26, and it was myself, Lorraine. We need to explain my wife's name is Lorraine as well. So whenever I say Lorraine in a aggressive way or unhappy way, it's always the other one.
Stop.
And my buddy Hega and his wife Anne-Marie were over in Turkey. And then one day we were sitting down at karaoke or at dinner, and I just went, I had no control over this, right? I just sounded like a goat. I didn't know what was going on. And for the whole holiday, I just kept going, right? And everyone, they're all like, Ross, would you shut the fuck up? And I was like, I can't stop. And the whole restaurant would turn around, and I just kept going, because I felt like something was coming, and it just made me just go, So then, after about the first week of the holiday, it changed to,
Oh my God.
It changed to, and it kind of started getting more Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was like, and I, obviously I was learning unbeknownst to so, by the time we got home from holidays, like for the following next 2 weeks, I was like, every time, right? So whenever I got gagged, and then one day we were all sitting around and I just did a burp, and everyone went, you burped! And since then, I barely fart. Like, I probably farted 5 times today.
You were very proud a couple of weeks ago. You turned to me and you said, "Do you know what?
I've never farted in front of you."
Yeah, exactly.
And I've never
You
even
were really proud.
held one in. I've kind of gone like, I've never actually been. We sitting here for like an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half, when we
Yeah.
set up and everything, and I've never once went, "Oof, this could be a hairy situation." Never. Like, so I fart so little now. Whereas if we'd done this podcast now, you'd have gotten sick already twice.
Like, do you know what? One podcast is fine.
But
That's it.
but since I learned how to burp, I can't stop burping. So like, if I have to burp, some people say like hold it in. Like, that doesn't happen. It just comes out straight away, and it doesn't matter how big it is. Doesn't matter how close I am to someone's face. It's just coming out. Forget about it. It's a trade off for not farting it. And then the other thing is then sometimes I get sick of my mouth.
Oh God.
Might be some like refluxy thing that opened up when I was 26 in my stomach or whatever.
What was it about when you were on holiday? Was it something that you ate, or was it
I was
something?
pretty bad on the holiday. I had a really dodgy stomach that whole holiday. I think someone gave me dodgy vodka on the first night because it ripped the stomach out of me. And I think that might have something to do with it.
Okay.
Because maybe I got sick loads or something, and then it kind of like opened something up. But it saved my life, like, because I was doubled over in pain. Like, before, if I drank a can of Coke, I'm just going to be suffering for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now I drink a can of Coke and I just go, and I go, but I can't force myself to burp.
Who would have thought dodgy vodka would have saved
me
so many women's nostrils as well?
I thought you knew that already, that I
No.
couldn't burp till I was 26.
No.
Oh.
Clearly not. Jesus.
So what was,
I
burped in the middle of a sentence,
I
sorry.
just love that there's a grown man who says, since I learned to burp, like, that's not a sentence a man in his 30s says. Ever since I learned to burp.
Yeah, but I've been doing it for 10 years now, so I'm actually like, no, seriously.
And also that you're keeping track of how long you can burp.
Well, I know how many years it was since I was 26. Like, that's a given, like. But it happened on a holiday, so it was like it was an event. Do you know what I mean? The whole holiday just sounded like my wife was on holidays with a goat. Just
So we really need to do that Taylor Swift thing. Just put you in as the goat instead.
Oh, okay. Are we done with this one? No, we're not.
No, tell me.
Oh, I
So,
burped in the middle of it. That's
you
what it
did,
was.
yeah. We just got sidetracked.
I'm normal. I keep trying to prove to you I'm normal, and then every fucking episode I say something and go, shouldn't have fucking said that. It's not really helping my fucking case, is it?
So
I'm 100% on the guys.
even though he did the weird spider hand thing, going back and
Yeah,
trying
it was funny.
trying to bitch slap
It was
her,
funny.
would you do this with somebody on a plane?
Oh,
though?
I would.
I know you would.
I would,
actually.
and I
Why
would
did
take
ask?
so much fucking pleasure in it. I'd be like, well, this is my 9-hour flight, fucking entertainment sorted. Turn off the movie, get a refund for the earphones. I'm wrecking her fucking head. Spoiler!
I hate confrontation. I hate any kind of conflict, particularly with strangers like that, where other people on the plane can hear and potentially see this situation.
Yeah,
That
but
is-
I try. My whole goal would be win all these people over.
Of course it would be.
Yeah, it would be.
Of
I'm
course.
gonna win the whole. I'm gonna win this fucking exchange.
Don't come back here. That's my seat.
I'll be here all day.
I'll be here all day. You're being childish.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, do you know what? I can actually totally imagine you doing this. You are
So
that guy
whose side
in the
are you
front.
on? Because this is fucking...
You see, I see both sides.
How?
Because I can
Because
see...
your eyelids are so thin that you fucking see everything through them when your eyes are closed like a weirdo.
I get her side that she wants to just get a bit of sleep or whatever, and the light is
Buy
annoying.
an eye mask.
But I think, where is she going to buy an eye mask on a plane?
Do you know those spider things that he's trying to catch her with? She could just...
I get both their sides, but I just wouldn't be arsed for that continued conflict. I just be like, oh fuck it, so
Okay.
grand, do you know?
But if both of these people came to you and said, can you resolve this? You would say, be very fucking careful now.
Are ye 4 years old?
No, but who? You need to make a decision here to sort this out.
I
then.
would tell your man to pull the thing down.
You would not.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
his window.
But it's not entirely.
It's his window.
He doesn't.
He needs to-
doesn't own the plane.
He needs
like
to
she
know where
said.
he's going. He's got a spider he needs to control, and it gets angry in the dark. Okay. I'm 100% on his side. She's a bollocks. She's pressing the thing. I can't
Oh
get
no,
tendon.
I don't agree with that. Now that's too far. That's too far. But I'm like, dude, just be sound. Like, it's not going to kill you if somebody wants it down.
I'm sliding that thing down the whole time. All right. Now we need to have a poll
Yeah.
where we have our listeners decide whose side are you on. Are you on Spider-Man side
Or Karen.
or Karen? Karen versus Spider-Man. the ultimate duel. Oh, I love that. That was very funny.
Oh god. We move on. I've the final video. We're flying through this podcast today.
Only learned to shit when I was 24.
Oh Jesus! Oh my god. Oh my god.
The thing is, you're like, I actually don't even know if this is legit or not.
I would believe it. I really would. Did you ever work in a fast food restaurant?
No. I worked in a...
You've had a lot of jobs.
I've had a lot of jobs.
How many jobs do you reckon you've had?
Do you want me to go through them all?
Oh god.
We can name companies. I'm not going to tell you which ones were the bad ones.
Okay.
Leisureplex,
Okay.
Ballincollig Cinema,
Yeah.
contract cleaning with my dad,
Okay.
Foot Locker,
Yeah.
D2 shoe shop,
Okay.
denim and shoe shop, HMV, the Mardyke, two gyms
Who are they?
as salespeople, as a salesperson.
Okay.
Entertainment centre, bowling alley place, another one. Let me see where else. Striker.
Yeah.
I was in charge. My job, right, was part of the process of making drills for spinal surgery. This guy. This guy. Yeah, this guy.
You.
Walking around with big farty cramp ass. This was pre 26, like. Every time I saw a batch come back with red tape over it, I was like, fucking definitely mine. Definitely mine.
What?
Yeah.
How long did you do that for?
I did it for 2 years. Yeah, 2 years.
Oh my god.
I only did it like as a job because Lorraine was pregnant. The other Lorraine was pregnant, and I had to get like something because we had a mortgage, but obviously comedy and all that stuff was what I wanted to do. The saddest moment, one of the saddest moments of my adult life, was I sat down the interview and they said, "So you do comedy as well?" And I went, do you know what? It's just a hobby. Like, it's not really a career. Like,
Oh, no.
I that's just like a thing. I want an actual career, and I had to lie to them to tell them this is actually what I want to do. Whereas all I wanted to do was get out of that kind of stuff and just actually do. So I was like, because I hate not being authentic, and I hate like playing stuff down when it's truly your passion. And I was like, I had to tell these people. I felt so dirty. I was like, I had to tell them like, that's just a hobby. It's not a real thing. When all I was trying to do was convince people that this isn't just a hobby. This is really a thing that I'm.
So you've had.
I crashed 3 robots in one night and walked out, and that was the end of it.
Have you crashed 3 robots?
Oh, by running 3 robots on about fucking 2 hours sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That'll do it.
And not being able to add because it's computer numeric cutting. That's what CNC stands for. And hey, the fact I didn't even know that until after I lost the job says I probably wasn't cut out for it.
So in any of these jobs, did you ever have to watch a training video?
Oh yeah. Oh, fucking talk. Listen, in Striker I had to watch people getting their fucking kneecaps cut out.
What?
It's like, Jesus Christ, lads, come on. Yeah, team building exercise. Oh yeah, what? Because we all vomit into one fucking bucket, is it? Horrible. Yeah, I watch loads of training videos.
I bet you haven't watched a training video like this one. So,
Okay.
you know Wendy's
fast food place, yeah.
In the States. This was a training video that you had to watch back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay, oh, I'm already loving it. The era says it all to me.
This is a grill skill. So if you were flipping burgers, this is the video that you had to watch.
Okay.
Now, this is actually only a section of it because the whole thing is 15 minutes long, but I've given you the best bit here.
Okay, yeah, because if you're working in the food industry, 15 minutes of training is all you need. I mean, Wendy's aren't giving you only a 14-minute video and then letting you loose on the public.
You're going to learn a lot from this.
Okay. Already love it.
And the grill training tape. Why don't you have a look at the tape first, and I'll check back with you in a few minutes.
All right.
Very creative director already. Whoever directed this already is going straight for the Stanley Kubrick kind of inversion kind of style of cinematography. He's now shooting as the television screen looking out at the employee.
Yeah.
Very, very creative.
Yeah. So
I think this guy has aspirations far beyond Wendy's. This guy may actually want to work for, you know, the likes of Burger King training videos.
You'd never know. You'd never know.
Okay, so very relaxed. Do you know the amount of times I put a video into a video cassette player and it started to shake violently, not going, do you know what, this could explode. I've just went, do you know what, I'm going to try and steady it with my hands. And then loads of smoke comes out of it. A trippy fucking cloud of smoke comes out. And then some dude's face comes out. It's like, yo, what's up, motherfucker? Already, I don't think I'd let him near a fryer.
But we know he's calm under pressure.
He's a little too calm under pressure.
You're about to learn some grill skills. So let's get busy now. Come on, let's go.
Oh wow, he's been sucked into the telly, but somehow he's now turned the other way.
Yes. Looking out.
So he's sucked in and then did a quick 180 just to serve the audience. Even though he's the audience, because he's the one learning the grill skills. My mind is fucking. This is like Inception.
Grill Inception. This is.
It's like a training video within a training video. Is this where they teach people shit through rap? Because I fucking love these things.
Yes.
I love these things. I fucking love it. I love it already. You're going to get fired. You'll never get booked if you cook some chicken and it's only half cooked. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Come on, man. Come get your fill. I'm about to teach you how to use this grill. Ba-da-da-dum.
You're not far off, to be honest.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm loving this. By the way, why is he wearing a 1990s Irish football jersey with bits of tinsel on it?
Now working the grill, Bill, it ain't so tough. But first of all, you got to check your stuff. Like a grill that's set at 250 with the meat and cheese that's ready to go. A towel to keep your station looking cool. But most of all, you got to have your tool.
This is fucking amazing. I love this. I want to work in Wendy's now in the 80s or 90s. Not now. I want this. It's fucking class.
Have you seen the bit where he plays the guitar?
Not yet. Not yet.
He
just said, get your tool. I assume that's the spatula. That is also now a mini electric guitar. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Are you with me now? Get ready. We're gonna lay them down. Now, beats got grain to it just like wood. You got to follow the arrow to lay it down like you should.
Never knew that beef had grain.
Never knew burgers were square either, but you know.
But you won't be square after this rap. Did you know that burgers are square, but you gotta lay them down with cheese on the slayer? I fucking love it.
From the front to the back, you got to lay it down. Space it evenly, not scattered around. Next, you got to salt the meat from the back to the front to make the taste complete.
Brilliant.
Not too little, not too much.
Not too little. Was that the adequate amount of salt, or was that an example of he's not very clear, is he? Not too little, not too much. I just emptied an entire Saxa container all over the meat, and I'm going. Is this an example of not too much, or is this too much? What are you telling me? I'd be like, can we rewind? He's like, no, I got to keep to the beat.
The rap is
You
way
got to
more
salt your
important.
meat.
You know?
Yeah.
A little finesse, you'll get the touch.
Oh, here it is. That's
What's
the perfect
coming
salt.
up next is our key to success. We'll turn the meat and do a 4-corner press. Don't wait too long, I emphasize, or the meat won't reach the proper size. When things start to sizzle, you're ready to go. Gently turn the meat, but don't be slow. Just turn them over easily. We don't want a broken patty, that's a guarantee. Press out the corners, 1, 2, 3, 4. Rock it a bit, are you keeping score? Top and bottom, left and right, and you'll get a patty that's out of sight.
Again, I'm thinking to myself, this rapper,
Yeah.
is this a genuine rapper? Like, is this somebody who's like, I'm aspiring to, okay, what era was this? I'd love to be in NWA. I'd love to be in a Tribe Called Quest.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to win an MTV Video Music Award.
One day.
You know, I'd like to be featured on a HBO TV show or something like that. But now, for now, I think the first step in my musical career is to tell them to press down the corners of a Wendy's patty, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, is there a level that's too low to succeed? Do you know when they say, like, I started from the bottom and now I'm on the top?
Yeah.
When they said I'm starting at the bottom, did they have to look down to the Wendy's rapper? Is step 3 for this guy the gutter? I mean, don't get me wrong. I fucking love this. This is brilliant. I might have kept the other jobs I had way longer. Like if Stryker gave me a rap video like this, do you know what I mean?
You know, about
Yeah.
kneecaps and stuff.
Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jenny's here and she's got a bad knee. You need to make these burrs. 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. An
I don't
Irish-
mean to harp, but if you don't want to kill Jenny, make them sharp. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-dum. Hey, your manager, he's making a racket. He said you're not meant to lick the drills before you packet them. Oh, da-da-da-dum. I would have learned so much more. I love this.
The reason you press, you gotta think. When the meat hits the grill, it starts to shrink.
We start shrinking when we hit that grill. You know it will.
This is really the main reason I made you watch this video.
I mean, I'm paying attention to this more than I've paid attention to nearly everything I've been taught before. I never knew that meat shrank either.
Did you not?
And I also didn't know that it wore earrings and had lips. See, this is the thing. You don't know what you're meant to retain or what you're meant to ignore as fiction. So this guy's going, I'm sure this meat's dead. She's not even talking.
We start shrinking.
Hey, by the way, Wendy's burgers all look like whores.
They kind of look like they belong in EastEnders.
They do.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Pat Butcher's
Yeah,
cousins.
it's your baby!
When we hit that grill, you know it will.
Oh, now he's doing this. Well, I think...
Not when the TV was blowing
Not
up.
when the TV
or
was
anything.
blowing up. Not when a rapper's head came out of it. Not when he got sucked into the television and then looked out at where he was. Not when the rapper was having a completely choreographed training session with him. Or when his spatula could play electric guitar. But now that there's 3 cartoon whores telling him that they shrink, now he's decided to go, do you know what?
Rub his eyes.
What's going on here? Do my eyes deceive me? Hang on, let me just clear them. Maybe there's some tears in them. No, I'm still tripping balls.
You see red juices on the top of the meat. It's time to give the turn and press a repeat. Do it again just like you did before. Do the 4-corner press just
1, 2, 3,
time
4.
more. There you go, Billy. You give it a shot. Don't be afraid. I think you're gonna be hot.
He fucked up the rhythm there at the end, didn't he? Just give it a shot. I don't need ding dong to worry. Get fucking come on, just do it. You fucking come on.
Just flip the burger, Billy, will you?
Where do I start? What do I do?
Billy, are you fucking thick or what? Like, check your grill. Make sure you have a towel to wipe down your station. Make sure that the meat and the cheese are there. Take out the meat patties. Make sure that the grain is going from top to bottom. There's a piece of plastic on top that shows you which way. There was an arrow at the start of the video. You were too busy looking at the fucking man telling you what to do. Then you have to lay it down. You have to put it down until it's fucking juicy. Then you flip it over. Make sure you don't break the patty. Then you have to press down the corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fucking hell.
And you've just got a job in Wendy's.
That floored me. That was, I mean, fair fucks to Wendy's.
This is one of a number of training videos for Wendy's. We might come back to it in another podcast.
I am all about this.
There are some gems in there. Right now, though,
Yeah.
you are going to create your own training video rap. Let's say I'm training in a new job. What would you like me to train in?
I don't know. You tell me.
Let's say I am.
Sorry, I just can't stop. It's a medical condition.
It's the look of panic in your eyes that comes before the burp.
Because
It's
I
like,
don't know if it's going to be a mouthful of coffee with it. I've no clue.
Does this happen on stage? Do you have to explain?
Well, I've got a microphone. I've got a microphone, so I can just go. I'm on stage, no one knows. If I just pull the microphone away, if I kept the microphone there, I'd be like, ugh. But if I take the microphone away, all they just see is me just go this. So then I said to the guy, "What are you looking at me there for? I'm not even talking to you."
Oh,
Yeah.
for God's sake. Right, so I'm after starting in a new job in a shoe shop.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to provide the training video through the medium of rap to this music.
Okay, which
It's
one
about
is this?
About a minute and a
Hip hop beat or rap beat?
hip hop beat.
Hip hop beat.
So it's about a minute and a half or so.
Okay, all right, cool. So it's a training video for you.
Yeah,
I'm
starting in a new shoe shop, so you have experience of working in a shoe shop.
Yeah.
And you are the rapper that's training me in.
Okay, cool. So, Lorraine, if you'd just like to pop this video in, some trippy shit's going to happen, and you're going to think you've just dropped acid.
Why is it on fire?
Very Aboriginal kind of. Hey! Whoa! New staff in the house. Yeah! Now I see you there, lady, you're looking kinda confused. And didn't you know that I'll make you amused? I'm the guy that shows you about shoes, and I'm about to tell you all the footwear news. You got people wanna buy things for their feet. They wanna walk around in fields and street. And you're the girl that's gonna show them the best, that you don't put shoes on top of your chest. You put them on your feet and into your toes. You don't stick those things onto your nose, cause they smell kinda well, they smell kinda hell. And I'm the one that's gonna ring the sales bell. Now you tell them the price, you ask them the size. Then you bring it out and you see they're despised. You say it's not the right fit, it's not the right shoe. If they don't like the old one, you show them the new. Yeah, you show them another one, you bring it from the back. And this a rap old track that's gonna teach you how to be the best salesperson. Watch the manners right here. Yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Do you like this? I think it looks really grand. It makes you look tall and makes you look slim. In fact, this makes you look not quite dim. Look at this shoe, it comes really white. You can wear it in the day and you can wear it in the night. And if they don't have the best kind of faces, then you tell them you'll throw in a free pair of laces.
Yes!
Yeah!
Oh my God! Man, that was unbelievable.
Fucking hell.
I love it.
See, I'm in the wrong game.
You were totally in the wrong game. Why aren't you doing raps out of microwaves and stuff like your man? Amazing.
I didn't really teach you much. I just told you things you could say to them, basically. But yeah, I mean.
Brilliant.
Okay.
That is where we are wrapping up the podcast
All right.
for today. It absolutely flew by. What have we learned in today's podcast, Ross? Oh God,
Sorry.
you want to?
I actually tried to. I couldn't hold that in. There was nothing there. We've learned that that if the window is majority on your side,
oh, here we go.
it's your fucking window, and you can't be reaching forward into other people's space unless you're going to do an impression of a spider. We've also learned that Balloon World Cup is the greatest fucking sport I have ever seen, and we've also learned that Wendy's make the most amazing instructional videos. So much so that I want to go on a deeper dive on Wendy's instructional videos.
We are going to do that.
It's very, very good. And that's it. And look, some people have less things unique about them, and some people have more. And it doesn't make you any less normal if you learn to burp when you were 26.
As much as you try to convince me, you're going to burp again, aren't you?
You can give us an email at unforeseenpod@gmail.com. You can follow us on all our social medias. That's Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. at Unforeseen Pod. Send us any kind of any comments, messages, any types of suggestions for videos and stuff like that. And please give us a rate and review on iTunes. It means loads to us. It helps us find new listeners that would be people that might actually enjoy the same things that you enjoy. Tell a friend. Do it by the old word of mouth. You can just be like, hey man, I saw a cool podcast. Yeah, I saw the first one. I also saw the last or whatever. And that's it. Just kind of just keep supporting us, and we'll keep supporting you on your drive to work when you're bored or whatever. And thanks for listening. That was episode 7. Fucking
Look
hell.
at us.
Nearly at the 2-month mark. And that's it. Peace out, everybody. Good luck. I mean,
it was all going so well.
It was like it was just a fader I didn't put up. That's all it was. I mean, fucking hell, you can't hold that against somebody. Like, you know what I mean? That was the audio equivalent of you reaching forward and sliding my fucking window shade down. Like, just close your eyes and close your ears and just pretend that it all fucking worked out. Thanks very much, everybody.
I'm calling the air steward.
Here I am, Karen. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.